All right, it's 12:59. I'm gonna go ahead and go live on Facebook. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna push it live on Facebook. Okay, we're live on Facebook.
All right. And we can go live on the webinar. I'll hit the blue button. Here we
All right,
go.
let's do it.
All right. We are live on Facebook Live as well as here on the direct Zoom link. Very excited to have our European community with us today. We're translating this call live in French, German, Hungarian, and Russian for our European community. And man, Dr. Eric, great to see you, brother. Excited for today's call. It looks like, Dr. Eric, you might need to make me, well, I don't know if you can change it. It looks like we just launched the Hungarian interpreter. So I'm going to walk you through this because I don't want you, if you make me host, it might kill the Facebook Live.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. What do I need to
So
do?
it's real simple. So click on interpretation
Yep.
and it should say manage or something like that. Manage
Let's
interpreter.
see. So manage interpretation. So if I click on their picture. Oh
No,
no, I
click on
got you. I got you. Yep, I
interpretation
got
on
it.
the
Okay.
bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see it.
And then I think it'll say something like add new or add. What does it say at the bottom?
It says manage languages, and then it has Hungarian, Russian, French, German, and English. It
Yeah,
says
click on manage
interpretation.
languages. Yep, click
Okay.
on manage languages.
Okay.
And
Got
then
it.
what's it say at the bottom there?
It gives me all the languages, and then it says, actually, if I just do
Oh, do you
this,
do you see Hungarian on there?
yes, I do.
Okay, so she logged off and back in, but it must have still connected her. Let me just test that real quick, make sure. Okay, good. I can hear Hungarian. All right, we're good. We're good, Dr.
Okay,
Eric.
right on, man. Love it. Go
I
for it.
love it. Awesome. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Great to have you with us here today. And Dr. Eric, I'll tell you, man, there was a time where I thought I didn't know if we would ever go back into the product space
Okay.
in the peer-to-peer world. We really have enjoyed the digital space, the digital world. And I always said the only way that it would happen is if there was something so disruptive that literally a story that's never been told, something that makes such an impact in people's lives, something that from a business perspective is just in front of the market trend. And then we met you a year and a half ago. You and I met, and man, what you guys have put together and what we're going to be able to talk about today on this call. I just want to say to the world right now, I'm telling you, this is a collision of disruptors. I mean, it not only checks all the boxes that any business minded person could ask for. And we're going to have a business conversation today. Uh, it not only checks all the boxes a peer-to-peer influencer could ask for. Guys, this project creates boxes that the world didn't even know were possible. From decentralizing the entire model on blockchain through smart contracts. Guys, it's never been done in the physical product world. This is a disruptive business model to the actual products and businesses that are being launched through the platform. We've never seen anything this disruptive. I'll just, kind of, I guess say it this way, create a little pre-buzz before Dr. Eric dives in. Just the peptide conversation alone, Dr. Eric.
Mm.
If we weren't here today to talk about the crowdfunding, the BioLimitless centers around the world, if we weren't here today to talk about all the other things you're going to talk about, the epigenetic testing, and we just were here to talk about the peptide story, it
Yeah.
would be the most disruptive project in the world. Peptides, you introduced me to peptides a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
and it changed my life. And I've done a deep dive on the science. It is the number one emerging trend in the health and wellness world right now. And you're going to tell us today what peptides are. But until August the 17th, the only way to get that into a person's body is through injections. 99% of
Yeah.
peptides needed to be injected. And we are bringing to the world the very first clinically proven oral delivery mechanism, guys, with a higher delivery into the body than even the injections. It's a game changer. We're taking the number one emerging trend in the health world and we're bringing it to the masses. Instant gratification product, measurable, tangible results. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Dr. Eric's going to break down everything today, but I'm telling you, we have never been more excited. The leaders in our community have never been more excited. We are about to disrupt, truly disrupt multiple industries. And this is going to be one of the biggest launches in the history of the world. August the 17th, we invite every single one of you to join us in Las Vegas. We will be at the Orleans Arena. We'll talk more about that today, but we will be officially launching BioLimitless globally on August the 17th. And I'm telling you, if you haven't heard yet what this project is all about, if you haven't seen the science, the products, and the roadmap of this project, if you haven't seen how this operates on the blockchain through smart contracts, you're going to absolutely love today's call. It's going to be filled with information. Dr. Eric, you are a pioneer in your world. I've seen you in rooms filled with doctors. I've seen you treating patients in your clinic. Myself and many of our leaders have been to your clinics. And you're a person who has always thought outside of the box. You've been through challenges. You've taken on the system in a major way and came out on top. And your heart to serve the world, it's just unparalleled. So to be able to team up together on a project this big, to be able to bring this to the world, man, it's lit a whole new fire in my life and so many others. So guys, help me welcome Dr. Eric Naputi to the call today, world-renowned physician, incredible friend, and really one of the most scientific thought leaders in our generation. So Dr. E, we'll throw it over to you, man.
Well, Jeremy, thank you for that introduction. And I really appreciate it. And I'm super humbled to be here today to talk to everybody, because what I'm going to share with you all is really the last 20 years of my life's work. You know, I got into healthcare because I wanted to help people like most doctors do, right? But then when I got into the system and started opening up my practices, and I realized that my education was limited, my tools that I had were even more limited than that. And I had all these people coming to me that really, truly needed results. And we weren't getting those because we weren't taught how to get to the root cause of a problem. Well, BioLimitless is literally the culmination of, like I said, 20 years of blood, sweat, and tears of figuring out systems and processes of how we can help you, your friends, your family, and your loved ones get to the root cause of their problems and live a happier, healthier, and ultimately wealthier life. And I can't wait to share that with you. And Jeremy, like you said, man, I never set out in healthcare to be a disruptor, right? I never did. Like, that wasn't what my goal was. My goal was to help people. But how many of you would agree that sometimes you have to ask questions, and sometimes those questions disrupt the status quo? You know, one of the questions that I asked myself was, how is this system working out for me and working out for my patients? And the answer was very pitiful at best. And so over the last, 20 years, we've worked through processes, systems, and been able to now deliver what most people come to my offices for, to pay $10,000 to $20,000 to have an exam with a functional medicine doctor, and then to get a report and action steps of what to do. We've been able to figure out a way to be able to deliver that to you all direct to consumers. So some of you that are physicians can have it done through their offices. We have a whole ecosystem. I want to be really clear. BioLimitless is a self-sustaining healthcare delivery system. And you got to understand that for us, healthcare is the new wealth care. Self-care is the new healthcare. So I got distracted by one of my kids right by the door. Self-care is the new healthcare. You guys don't forget that. But look, before I get into this presentation, many of you heard Jeremy say that I stood up against tyranny. Look, before COVID hit, look, I'm a physician. I've got 3 doctorate degrees. I've got over 30 practices of my own that have been very successful. We were getting ready to open up another 30 practices in 2019, and then COVID hit. And then when COVID hit, all my offices, including my surgical centers and the hospital that I was a part owner in, we all really went into COVID mode. And folks, we saw over 11,000 patients come through our practices, all positive with COVID-19. And nobody died. Nobody even had to go to the hospital to get on a ventilator. And instead of the agencies asking us what we did to help folks, they tried to suppress us. Folks, they sued me The United States government sued me for $508 billion. And why? Because I help people through a time whenever they didn't know what to do. And by the way, after 3.5 years, spent $5.5 million. I won that lawsuit. The government now has partnered with me on 2 of my other projects because once they saw our technology was so revolutionary, they're like, oh, this makes total sense. And now the systems that I used and the protocols that I used for COVID are not only used in hospitals, but doctors' offices across the globe. And I'm not the only one. There were a lot of my other colleagues that really stood up against that. But I'm telling you that what we're showing you today is the genesis of something new. It's really what I've been striving in the last 20 years of my private practices to achieve a level of success for healthcare. But if self-care is the new healthcare, how can you possibly take care of yourself unless you know all about yourself? So let's get into this. I want to share something with you. I've got a PowerPoint that I want to share. And the first thing I want you to do, I want you to have a listen to this video, and then I'll come back. Check this out.
You might have to restart that, Dr. E. There's no audio playing on it.
Oh, yeah. Let's try that again. There we go. So, guys, I want to get into now the conversation of BioLimitless. BioLimitless is truly a global change of how healthcare is delivered and received. We absolutely envision a global ecosystem where self-care becomes the new healthcare. And that's really what I want you guys to understand is that self-care is the new healthcare and it's powered by innovation. And we're committed to disrupting the status quo of what's not working. Because our platform is based off of 3 huge values: truth, trust, and transparency. And I know that many of you would agree with me that over the last 4 years, probably even longer than that, that many of us feel like that our healthcare system doesn't have a lot of trust in it, doesn't have a lot of truth, and definitely doesn't have much transparency. Our platform is driven by a massive visionary community that orchestrates seamless integration of advanced technologies in the healthcare and the wealth care space. When I explain all this to you, especially once you see how easy this is to apply to your life, you'll see how this is the new paradigm shift that's coming in healthcare. BioLimitless, our objection really is to truly envision a happier, healthier, wealthier future. You know, we have innovative self-care technologies. BioLimitless is all about championing the cutting edge technologies and precision solution. This is so important to understand. We have the ability with brand new cutting edge technologies and precision solutions to help you identify the root causes, the cellular imbalances, the genetic impurities in your system, and action steps that you can take to improve your health on a level that most people didn't even know was possible. And then obviously enhanced wealth care comes with that. BioLimitless introduces a decentralized financial platform promoting transparent, borderless transactions, and empowers a global participation through our disruptive peer-to-peer economy. This is a healthcare system that's getting put back into the hands of we the people. And I need you to remember that BioLimitless is a parallel system that is set to disrupt the status quo of the systems that have failed us. What if there was a system out there in healthcare that was more effective, more affordable, more convenient, more transparent, and more authentic? That's what BioLimitless is all about. But I need you to understand that it's all about self-care. It's all about taking care of yourself. The more you understand how your self works, the better you can help yourself become healthier. Look, we live in a world right now where we have a massively fractured healthcare system. I mean, look, our system right now is driven by treating your symptoms and managing diseases. You know, the American Diabetic Association says that they have a less than 2% success rate in reversing type 2 diabetes. Folks, that is absolutely ridiculous. Even a ketogenic diet has a 60% reversal rate. We have a 90+% reversal rate with blood sugar issues like diabetes with the systems that we put into place, because it's all geared towards how you can help yourself. You see, it's not just about taking more pills and potions and lotions and masking your symptoms. It's all about going after the root cause. See, we also have a massive inability for accessibility. You know, our healthcare is crazily unaffordable for many people. It lacks a true holistic approach, and there's no comprehensive approaches. Medicine is so compartmentalized these days that even if you're a surgeon, you might be a surgeon that just does surgery on the right shoulder, let alone the left shoulder. We've got all these healthcare experts out there that aren't really teaching people about health, and that is a big issue. And there are major barriers to really quality care. And there's major barriers for professionals to get the education that they need to help you get to the root cause of your problem. And folks, let's call this what it really is. We know for a fact that big medicine dominates and big pharma dominates the current healthcare systems that we have today. And by the way, I can speak for North America, and those of you in Europe and Asia, you know, your numbers are not too off of this, but in the United States alone, we spend $5 trillion a year. $5 trillion a year is spent on our healthcare in the US, and 50% of that is absolutely spent on waste. It's on bureaucratic paper pushing executives, and the data is clear that the 2.5 trillion of that $5 trillion, that money is not being used to improve the quality of the outcomes of the patient's care that we receive. This is a big problem. And there's too many comorbidities and disease processes that we're not teaching people how to get to the root cause of. And we have a massive political overreach. Folks, look, I mean, I'm a great example of that alone. I told you, all my practices during the COVID pandemic, we saw over 11,000 patients. Nobody died. Nobody went to the hospital. People got better with the protocols that we used. And by the way, when I testified in front of Congress, which I testified in a very positive way, they asked me to come and be an expert on government overreach. And my third time, by the way, that I was there, one of the congressmen said, man, Dr. Naputi, maybe we should be listening to doctors like you, because if doctors like you had answers during the pandemic, what else do you have answers for that we need to be really understanding about our health? Because our current healthcare system is managing disease, managing symptoms. It's not truly helping people get better. And there's a massive disconnect between medical necessity and the policies that are being made. So it's all about innovative self-care. This is so important. You have to learn how to take care of yourself. You have to be your own advocate for your own health. Your health is so important, but yet we don't have the proper education or the tools to understand how you should take care of yourself. I mean, what if every man, woman, and child, when they were born, they actually had a roadmap of their health? They had a user's manual, if they would. That user's manual talked about what foods you should eat, how you should sleep, how you should exercise, what supplements are best for you individually, which could be different from your friends, your family, your loved ones, etc. The innovative self-care model is rooted in getting to the root cause of someone's problem. We utilize advanced AI and biological technologies to help people measure the results that we give. The testing that we do is on a cellular and a genetic level. We don't want to focus on the symptoms. We want to focus on the cellular root cause of this. That's what this is all about, folks. We have innovative delivery systems, massive comprehensive education. I know and I believe that doctor is Latin for teacher. So our job is to teach, reach, inspire, and motivate all of you so that you can take the right action steps to live a happier, healthier, more productive life. And again, we focus on the root cause to optimize well-being, not treating your diseases or managing your symptoms. Folks, we also have a global footprint. We're offering multilingual telehealth services. We're going to expand our global manufacturing and distribution network all across the planet. We've not only do we have protocols where if you're a telehealth doctor, you can participate with our systems through the telehealth. If you're a brick and mortar physician, you can become a office that's powered by BioLimitless technology and services. But we also enable home-based telehealth and home-based testing so that the end consumer can get the info they need and the treatments they need without the barriers of entry that unfortunately the modern system has. And this system, by the way, is for the people. It empowers self-managed healthcare from a molecular level. It's by the people, developed by leading medical and health techs in the disruptive space, and it's of the people. It drives a community-governed healthcare paradigm shift. So many people have asked me, Dr. Eric, BioLimitless, it's a healthcare system. Why is one of the distribution models for this network marketing or direct-to-consumer? Why are you doing that? Because if it is going to be a system that is going to be used by the people, it needs to be driven by the people. It needs to be talked about by the people. It needs to be incentivized by the people. That's the only way that this system is going to work, and it has to be decentralized. We have to move away from the politics and move towards community-driven systems. We have to encourage autonomy. That's what we need. We need autonomy in our healthcare. We must have that. That's the only way we're going to heal as a nation. And it minimizes the political interference, and it involves the community in continuous improvement. This is a community-driven project. Okay, this is something I'm going to hit really quick, but we're going to go deep in the future on this, okay? This is what I need you to understand. What most people, when they think about their health, they think about their symptoms and their disease. People think that health is about looking good and feeling good. It has nothing to do with looking good and feeling good. It is all about functioning well. And functionality happens on a cellular and a genetic level. You see, if you look at this slide, at the top it says, physiology doesn't lie, we test, we don't guess. That is one of the most important values of BioLimitless. I've said that for the last 20 years of practice. It's all about measuring your physiology. Don't treat the symptoms. Test and find out why these things are showing up. But what is it that we need to test? We need to test the genetics of a human being. Why? Because the genetics are the roadmap. It's the blueprint, if you will. It's the user's manual of how you should sleep, how you should eat, what supplements are most important for you, how your body handles stress, what types of problems you're genetically predisposed to. Then we're going to measure the bacterial DNA, because you have more bacteria in and on your body than you do human cells in and on your body. Let me say that again. You have more bacteria in and on your body than you do human cells. And the quality of your health of your cells is in direct proportion to the quality of the health of the healthy bacteria that you have. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said, first fix the gut and everything falls into place. Why are your doctors not measuring your bacteria? We're going to be doing that through BioLimitless. Then it goes into chromosomes. Your chromosomes tell your cells what to do. And as long as the end of your chromosome, which is called a telomere, stays long and healthy, then our cells live a long and healthy cycle and they reproduce healthy cells. But if that telomere starts to shorten, that's going to be a problem. What I need you to understand is on the left-hand side of the equation, where it talks about the organism and the organs and the organ systems and the tissues, that's what mainstream medicine does. That's what allopathic medicine does. They manage symptoms and disease. They measure your organ systems. They measure your organs and then they treat the tissues that are damaged. We want to go deeper than that. We want to treat this. We want to find out what's wrong with the cells and make sure the cells have everything they need so the tissues work better. We want to make sure the telomeres are long, the bacteria is good, and that your body is doing what it needs to do for your DNA and your genetics. One of the phrases we say in the genetics world is that your DNA loads your gun, but your lifestyle pulls the trigger, which means you're predisposed to having certain problems, but your lifestyle, if you do the right things, it's going to mitigate and prevent a lot of those problems. If you do the wrong things, it's going to accelerate the aging process, the cellular death process, which ultimately leads to symptoms, sicknesses, and ultimately disease. So we at BioLimitless don't focus on symptoms and organ systems and organs and tissues. We focus on cellular health, genetic well-being, bacterial DNA. We're in the 21st plus century of life. We need to be that way when it comes to our healthcare system as well. This is one of the most powerful differentiators that we have with BioLimitless. And by the way, I teach this slide and this information to doctors and healthcare practitioners all across the globe. And all of my patients, I've been explaining this to as well. And this is what really helps them get it. It turns their light on. So, folks, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be bringing to the marketplace. So, on August 17th in Las Vegas, I want you all to be there. The solutions that we're going to be bringing to the table with our phase 1 launch are our core products and our foundational health support systems. So, the first thing we're launching is a genetic profile test. We're launching a genetic test. This is literally a swab test, a spit test. All we need is saliva. And this test measures 800,000 genes in the body. And those genes tell us the good, the bad, the ugly of how we should eat, sleep, foods we should eat, all these kind of things. And there's 250 actionable SNPs. So 250 pieces of data that we're going to be gathering out of the 800,000 that you can take action steps on day one. I'll explain more of that in a minute. And then we're launching with 2 of what I call our foundational formulas, our cell signaling peptide technology and our master microbiotics, which is the key to truly limitless health. Again, Hippocrates, the father of medicine, says if the gut is balanced, everything else in the body can heal from that. It's known that your immune system, 90% of that is in your gut. Your neurotransmitters, all the chemicals that make you feel happy, energized, balanced, and full of life are made in the gut. If your gut's wrong, everything else in the body is wrong. We're going to talk more about this cell signaling technology in just a second. So our phase 1 rollout is real straightforward and simple. The first test that you're going to get about your physiology, because remember, we test, we don't guess. Physiology doesn't lie. You're going to measure, it's an 800,000 gene sequence. It's going to tell us the blueprints of who you are. And when people get this information back, it's an absolute mind-blowing experience. They have an idea of what foods are good for them, what foods are bad for them. They have an idea of how their body's bacteria can form, how they should sleep, how they should eat, what exercise is best for them, injury prevention. By the way, all of this information is going to be stored on your BioLimitless app that you're going to have. That app is going to walk you through everything that you need to do, how you need to do it. We even have food plans on there and exercise protocols to follow based off of your own genetic sequencing. And we'll be able to make recommendations on what foods you should eat, foods you should avoid, and the best supplements for you and why you should be taking those. We're going to be able to tell epigenetically what's going on, and we're going to be able to measure what's called the chronological versus biological age. Chronological age is how old you really are. Biologically is, well, how old your cells say you are. You might be 50 years old, but your cells might be functioning at a 70-year-old. That's not okay. We're going to be able to measure that. We're going to be able to map out a program to help you with changing that. We're going to be doing some gene mapping, which is really going to give us a lot of insight on personal information. It's going to help you a lot with your epigenetics. And then we have a quiz that we're going to be using that really helps get you into an idea of food, supplements, and et cetera to have. Phase 2, we're also going to be launching with our foundational formula solutions. Phase 1, our first formula is called cell signaling technology. It's our formula that helps the cells turn back on. I don't know if you know this, but when we get over the age of 30, we lose about 90% production of our stem cells, exosomes, microbiome production in our stomach, our enzymes, and our peptide functions go down. That's why we get older, because the processes that signal our cells to go to work, they don't work anymore, or they slow down substantially. What if there was a formula? What if there was technology that could be used that we could give you in a supplement form that can actually go to your cells on a cellular level, wake those cells up, and have them go back to work? Listen, vitamins, minerals, and nutrients are like the basic fundamental building blocks of your body. It's the raw materials that you need. If I was going to build a house, the raw materials for my house are going to be my wood and my screws and the glue and all the things I need, the materials. Well, I still need workers to put that together. Well, enzymes, bacteria, peptides, enzymes, and stem cells are the main drivers, the main worker bees that put those back together in the body. So we have a proprietary formula with a proprietary delivery system that's patented, by the way, that allows for peptides, which are cell signaling chemicals, to actually get into the body through our oral delivery system. No more do you have to inject these peptides into your body. By the way, when you inject a peptide or you inject a vitamin, when you inject it, it's a drug. When you take it orally, it's now a supplement. We have clinically proven that we can get these peptides past the stomach gastric acids into the small intestine, into the bloodstream so that it can be absorbed. We use really specific types of peptides to do that. If you look at this formula, this is a tripeptide formula that we use multiple peptides. We have Cmax, we have ipamorelin, we have BPC 157. These are three of my favorite peptides. By the way, if you were just to take these three peptides on a daily basis as an injection, you would be paying about $350 a month just for those individual peptides, not including all of the other orchestra of the compounds that are in here to make the body move into a state of cellular healing. Look, Cmax has been shown to improve cognitive performance, memory, and focus. It's neuroprotective of the brain, which is huge. We're living in an era where things like Parkinson's, dementia, and Alzheimer's are pandemic. It helps reduce stress and improves mood, and then activates the body's natural ability to produce energy, which is huge. Who doesn't want more energy? Ipamorelin is a phenomenal group of amino acids that helps the body improve its own growth hormone levels. It helps cardiovascular health. It helps with strength and endurance in the muscles, which is one of the most important things for longevity in humans. BPC 157 is known as the Wolverine peptide. In the regenerative medicine space, we know BPC 157 because of its remarkable ability to improve cellular healing in the body. Those three peptides by themselves are powerful, but when we add the methylated B vitamins, when we add the amino acids of L-theanine and L-arginine, it helps the body detoxify, produce more energy, gives you a feeling of euphorism. So you have that euphoric feeling, and you have a calm intensity. So you've got energy, but you're not jittery with it. And then we put cayenne pepper in here to boost and improve circulation. So this formula improves mental clarity, enhances mood, faster recovery, helps with heart flow, blood flow, helps detox the body, and helps reduce cellular inflammation, which is huge. The second formula that we're launching in phase one, this is all coming out in phase one, and our launch in Las Vegas, August the 17th at the Orleans Arena. The Master Microbiotics formula. This is truly, I tell you, one of my favorite formulas that I've ever created. The proprietary delivery system that we use with something called phytomicroencapsulation allows us to individually package the what are called master microbes. Master microbes are spore-based microbes that are really the true key in helping the body heal from leaky gut and improve the proper amounts of bacteria in the body. When we train you and educate you on the benefits of having a healthy microbiome, it's going to become your number one priority. I can promise you, because if the gut's not right, you can't have good hormones. If the gut's not right, you can't lose weight. If the gut's not right, your brain doesn't work like it's supposed to. If your gut's not right, your body doesn't function. So we have to get the GI tract balanced. And this formula has been proven to be a key in healing leaky gut, healing the dysfunction of the cell lining known as leaky gut syndrome. It's a key to help with healthy organs and massively helps improves nutrient absorption. I will tell you that the clinical data and research that we have on this formula alone by itself is an absolute game changer. I've used this on adults and children, and we've seen everything from skin improvement to memory and focus improvement to GI dysfunction coming back to normal to mental cognitive improvements to energy improving. This is so powerful. You just did nothing besides this and the cell signaling technology. Your body will be healthier for just doing that. So these breakthrough therapeutics, these precision therapeutics, and their patented delivery systems are really a massive power combination, which I call our foundational formulas to help improve all cellular function in the body. Then we move into phase two. Phase two, we're actually launching in Dubai. It's going to be February of 2025. Our phase two launch is going to be in Dubai. These are our peptide driven wellness specific solutions. We have formulas with peptides and our delivery system to help with detoxification, to help with anti-aging, sleep formula. Oh my gosh, we have a sleep formula that is truly going to change the way that people rest and heal their body. If you're not sleeping, you're not healing, folks. This formula that we have actually stimulates a part of the brain called the parasympathetic nervous system. So it allows you to rest, relax, grow, develop, and heal even better. If you ain't sleeping, you ain't healing. So I can't wait to share that with you in Dubai. We We have some brain balancing formulas that are peptide driven. We have amazing metabolic reset program and weight loss programs that are peptide driven. Like, for example, our weight loss formula, just in 6-week trials of that, the average man loses between 26 to 28 pounds. The average woman loses between 23 to 24 pounds in 6 weeks. And that's fat. That's amazing fat loss without even having to change your diet. And we recommend that you do change your diet. We'll help you with that as well. We have peptide driven formulas to improve hormone function. We have vitality products for men and women to improve not just energy, but vitality and sexual performance. We have our energy and focus formulas, muscle growth, which is a huge, huge deal. The longevity studies have proven that the stronger your muscles are and the more muscle mass you have going into your senior years, the longer and healthier you live a better life. It's the number one factor in living a happy, healthy life is muscle strength and mass. We have amazing peptide driven formula for stress relief. And we've got some amazing solutions for skin regeneration. I cannot wait to share those with you, but they're all peptide driven wellness solutions. And again, they're all in our patented delivery system, which is what really makes this possible in the first place. Also in phase 2, we're going to be talking about our exosome oral formula from stem cells. Okay, stem cells, many of you probably have heard of. Stem cells produce exosomes. Exosomes are the orchestra that tells your cells to wake up and go back to work. Exosomes can turn into bone cells, muscle cells, organ cells, you name it, to stimulate those tissues to wake back up and to heal themselves. I've used stem cell therapy and exosomes in my practices for IVs and injections to regenerate, joint tissue, to help reduce inflammation, to lubricate the joints, and just to improve overall health and well-being. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have the very first FDA-approved extracellular vesicle compound that's on the market. It's designed to enhance cellular repair. In fact, when we did our studies on this, by the way, this is FDA-approved, the phase 3 clinical trial on this, there were no side effects. Like, that's the amazing thing about biologics is there's no side effects of these things. And it's been clinically proven to reduce inflammation, re-energize cellular activity, and it uses advanced technologies to also modulate the immune system. So it's really strong with naturally reducing inflammation and really strong with regulating the immune system, which is the key, because the immune system needs to know when to turn on when you're sick and to turn off when your body's dealing with it. If it doesn't turn off, that's a serious problem as well. So I think you'll love this formula. This by itself is it's an absolute game changer. Nothing ever has been on the market like this. There's never been an FDA approved extracellular vesicle compound that's been used for human consumption. And an oral pill will do that. By the way, in 1 cc of exosomes, there's normally about 15 billion cells in there. Ours has 62 billion in it. So it's about 4,000 times stronger. So if you are a physician, you can get this to inject into your patients as an IV or in a joint in your practice. But if you're like everybody else and you want to just have exosome therapy to improve overall cellular function, we can give you those now in an oral delivery system. That's amazing. That's launching in February. You're gonna love that in Dubai. We also have taken the same exosomes, FDA approved exosomes, and we've created a skin cream lotion for this. This formula by itself is an absolute complete game changer, total next level, because of the fact that the exosomes by themselves cause the skin and the vessels in the skin and tissues to start repairing. Many people know that collagen is a really powerful supplement that can improve, your skin function because it improves the collagen in your tissues. But you still have to have worker bees, exosomes, and peptides to take that collagen and put it to work. We've put that in our formula, collagen peptides. We've got a specific bacteria that goes on your skin and enhances elasticity and also improves the length of how long the age of those cells are that you have. The healthier your cells are, the older they live, the younger we can make them look with this formula. It's pretty amazing. Phase 2, we also have a hair restoration formula that has the global FDA approved exosomes that are in it. It also is the first FDA approved extracellular vesicle hair form that we have here in the States. This, by the way, helps with many different reasons of hair loss, including genetic male pattern baldness. But one of the main reasons people get hair loss, they don't realize this, is they get fungus in their scalp. people that wear hats all the time or helmets, or they don't have the proper hygiene for their hair, they actually get they get what it's known as dandruff, but it's fungus. This is an antimicrobial form. And by the way, the skin, a lot of blotches that people get that look like freckles and other skin spots, a lot of times those are funguses. And that skin cream is also antimicrobial as well that can clear with that. So we have the hair, we have the skin, we have our vitality formulas. So these are vitality formulas that we're going to be releasing as well to improve vascular health, men and women. In the men formula, it's been shown to help with erectile dysfunction. The female formula improves blood flow, improves sensitivity, improves, the pleasure and desire of intercourse, and it makes it less painful, which is a problem hormonally and circulation wise as we get older. This formula is actually really pretty cool. So we have a little bit of everything for everybody with our process. We want to get everybody healthy from the inside out and the outside in. Also in phase 2, we're going to be releasing some advanced testing. If you start at the top, we have an app-based face and skin analysis. We literally can take our phone from our app. You can take a picture of your face. It can tell you your chronological age. It can tell you your hydration, the health of your skin, so many things. And then it will give you action steps of things to do to improve upon that, plus your DNA. And if you use the skin cream, could you imagine having somebody have a picture and their skin says they're 60 years old, and then 6 weeks later it says that they're in their 50s because of the therapeutics that we've been able to do? That's possible. We have a technology called a NeuroCheck. It's an app-based testing for cognitive brain function. We're going to be able to measure and give you some real-life things you can do through our app to improve brain function. We have blood testing that we can send direct to consumer. These blood tests can go right to you, or if you're a doctor, they can be taken through your doctor's office, or if you're telehealth, we can set you up so that you can send all your patients these at-home blood tests for inflammation, vitamins and mineral testing, heavy metals and toxicity, hormone levels, all those things we can test from the convenience of your home. We can measure telomeres. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but the length of your telomere is really, truly the main measuring tool for anti-aging. The longer your telomeres stay long, the longer you live, the healthier your cells are. It's a big, big deal. In the anti-aging world, it's kind of a golden standard for health and wellness, but most of you have not got a chance to experience that. You will with BioLimitless. We have our heart rate variability testing, which measures your stress level, and then we'll give you things that you can do to help improve your stress. It measures brain and how it responds to it. We have stool testing, comprehensive at-home stool testing. I just had a woman this morning who I said, look, the reason why you have your GI problems is because of not just beef, it's actually grass-fed beef. So this woman can eat grain-fed beef, but not grass-fed beef because she has a problem with something called oxalation. And you would never know that until you do a test like this. So it's going to help us with really root cause of inflammation, digestive issues. We can make some massive personal recommendations. We have some wearable tech as well. One is for cardiovascular health, and the other is for sleep. We're going to be able to measure your heart and your sleep function. And by the way, we have a mask. Think about this. What if there was a mask that you could wear, a blackout mask, that measured your brain waves when you slept and really gave us a real true idea of what sleep really is like and the brain waves and how long you were in it? And if your brain got out of that deep sleep mode, there are modalities on that therapy, on that device, that through light and sound therapy can coax your brain back into going into deep sleep. Like, that's amazing. And oh, by the way, 20-minute use of this is the equivalent of a 4-hour power nap. That's pretty epic. And then our phase 3, which is launching in 2025, our BioLimitless Centers of Excellence. Imagine if you could go to a facility anywhere in the world that could help you get to the root cause of your problems. People come from all over the world to see me in my practice and have for 20 years. What if we could help people do this across the globe? Well, we have a reproducible system, clinically proven system that we can do this in, that we can have you come, you can have precision testing done, precision therapeutics. We can have healthcare providers and self-care providers hold your hand through this whole process of getting you and your family healthy. And by the way, some of the amazing services that we have are everything from primary care to functional medicine to functional brain mapping and to stem cell and exosome injections for your joints and your spine and your muscles, and IVs of nutrition and IV exosome therapy and chronic regional pain syndrome reversal treatments, hyperbaric therapies. We can redo your hair. We can literally come to our offices. You can get your hair injected in there. I mean, it's a one-stop shop for all your health and wellness needs to really put you back in the driver's seat of healthcare. And these are all community driven. This is such a powerful thing. We're offering a whole slew of testing through the BioLimitless system in our brick and mortar locations that patients can also benefit from all these additional services, including what you're already doing at home. And by the way, all of our facilities will be trained with BioLimitless certified clinicians, in-house offerings to expand the results and expand the services that we're going to be offering, all on root care, cellular, genetic well-being. Also, guys, I want you to understand that right out of the gate, we're global. We already have distribution in North America, South America, throughout the Middle East, throughout Europe, Asia, Africa, and we have a global infrastructure already in place. And then we're already manufacturing in the US and in Europe. We're going to be expanding those manufacturing locations to other regions of the world to include the Middle East, Asia, and so on and so forth. By the way, I'll talk real briefly about this. Not only is it our job to help educate you, empower you, and help you with your health, but we also have very phenomenal AI technology involved, not just with reading the results, but we also have an AI sales system aimed to lead the artificial intelligence revolution. We are introducing the very first AI product expert to work for you. August 17th, we're going to launch this, and you'll have access to your own personal product expert to answer all the questions. You have a question about what peptides are, what stem cells are, how these formulas work. We'll give you a number that you can call, and you can talk to your own AI expert about this. It helps with compliance. It helps with understanding. It's a massive educational tool, and I really love training that thing. There's some other things with the AI sales technology. We have AI voice agent. We have multilingual capabilities. Right out of the gate, we're going to have multiple languages that our app is going to be in and that our AI sales technology is going to be in. By the way, this can also be used to be a lead generation magnet and to nurture leads if you're working this as a business. We have CMR integration, which effortlessly integrates your existing CMR and streamlines your data. And we have a dedicated company expert. We'll talk more about that as well. So I just want to say this before I give it over to Jeremy. Just remember, folks, if the system is too big to fail, then we must build a new one that's more effective, more affordable, more convenient, more transparent, more authentic. Folks, that's what we're all about. And our BioLimitless event is launching in Las Vegas at the Orleans Arena, August 17th. Come join me and come join many other world-renowned doctors and influencers all around that are coming from all around the globe. And there are multiple ways to get your ticket. You can go to limitless2024.com, or you can go to the referral link through the Tron wallet. I'll let Jeremy explain more of that. But folks, that's what BioLimitless is in a nutshell. And I'm super excited, super pumped, blown away that we get to launch this to the world together. I've spent 20 years of my life bringing this technology out, and now it's time to launch it to the masses. So there you go.
Love it, Dr. Eric. Man, every time I hear the roadmap, the vision of where we're going, I'm telling you guys, we're in front of something so big here. And the product category, I mean, just the two core products that we're launching with, we can build a multi-billion-dollar business together around the world and impact so many lives on a cellular level, and heal the world from so many struggles that they're having right now. The DNA testing, it's incredible. And what we're going to transition and talk about next, and Dr. Eric, I know you're excited about the decentralized component about the entire model. I want to throw it back to you real quick, because I love what you said earlier. This is by the people, for the people, and why we're including a peer-to-peer ecosystem where people can actually make money by referring this product to the world. But I want to throw it back to you real quick, because this is really two worlds coming together in a disruptive way. And I would love for you to just share one more time your thoughts on that.
Well, I mean, to me, it's so important. I mean, we have to have a decentralized system. Look, in the system that we have going on today, the one person who's out of the loop is the patient, right? Is the end consumer. And it's because because it's centralized. And I'm telling you, I know that sounds oxymoronic, but the only person who's not in control of their health is the individual. They're being told what to do by doctors, pharmacists, etc., and nobody's communicating to each other. We have to have a decentralized system that puts health and care back into healthcare and gives people the education and the opportunity and the responsibility and the ability to take their own health to the next level. Look, when you have this information about your health that we will give you, you're going to have more knowledge just from the genetic profile alone than you probably would in the last 15, 20 years of all the testing that you've done with all the doctors in your lifetime. How powerful of a tool is that? And that takes it out of the centralization and decentralizes it, puts it back into your own individual ecosystem. So Jeremy, to me, this is a must. And I'm not the only one that knows this. The healthcare world knows that it has to move this way, but it's massively fighting that shift. So we have to do it. If we wait for the decentralized shift to happen in healthcare, it's going to be 3 to 10, maybe 5 to 10 years from now. We have to do it now as a culture.
Love it, brother. Love it. Well, it's a passion of mine, and for almost a decade now, seeing the movement towards decentralization. And in the industry of network marketing, of peer-to-peer influencing, it solves so many problems. And I just love this quote that BioLimitless not only checks all the boxes that any peer-to-peer influencer could ask for, we have created new boxes that the industry never even knew were possible. And that's a reality both in the product category, but also in the business model. And just want to reiterate the phases, guys. On August the 17th, the crowdfunding model goes live for the clinic. So the BioLimitless Centers of Excellence, the goal is to have 200 BioLimitless centers around the world over the next 3 years. We're going to launch the first 20 in 2025. And the crowdfunding opportunity, we're going to talk more about this as we close the call, but this is an opportunity, again, by the people, for the people. This is an opportunity for the community to actually have real ownership, equity ownership in these BioLimitless centers around the world. And we'll talk about that. And of course, the foundational products, the DNA testing, the cell signaling technology, and the master microbiotics, we're going to come out of gate with high impact. All of this launches in Las Vegas on August 17th. You can there's 2 ways to secure a ticket. If you want to actually secure a position in the project in advance, you can get a referral link from one of the members of the community, and you can purchase your ticket through that link using a Tron wallet, and that will actually not only give you a ticket to Vegas, but it'll give you a pre-launch position in BioLimitless before August 17th, and you can do the same with others. Share your link, or if you just want to come to the event and make a decision there, or wait until we have our credit card processing system in place on August 17th, you can go to limitless2024.com and you can just buy your ticket to Vegas the regular way with a credit or debit card. August the 17th, phase 2, solution specifics. And then phase 3, we actually start to build the clinics out. But the crowdfunding phase for the clinics goes live on August 17th. What I love about this product from a business perspective, we have an instant gratification product, and that's powerful. People are going to feel the impact from day one of these products. And we know the power of that from a marketing perspective. When people feel better instantly, they feel results instantly, it's powerful. But at the same time, with quantifiable, measurable, and tangible long-term results, you can see that the products are doing something on a cellular, molecular level. We're in front of the #1 emerging health trend in the world today with the first ever oral delivery mechanism. And let me be clear about this. You can see there's other companies that are quote unquote selling oral peptides. However, when you study those peptides, what you realize is they're just going through the body. They're not actually making it to the small intestine, and you're actually just wasting your time and money with those products. This is the first product in the market that has clinically proven absorption. It actually outperforms the injection, and so it's an absolute game changer. The entire roadmap from day one is doing what has never been done before. That's the mantra of our community. We're born to do what's never been done. And I love saying this. This is the first time in my career where Google is our best friend. Go Google peptides and put in anything you want. Peptides and energy, peptides and inflammation. Go. Health benefits of peptides, and you will see thousands and thousands of articles and studies, et cetera, published by the health community. And Google is really our best friend in what we're bringing to the world here. The disruptive crowdfunding model is really a game changer, again, to open 200 BioLimitless centers in the next 3 years. Members can contribute and have equity ownership and profit sharing. We'll be sharing all the details about this in August, but it's one of the most powerful parts of our business model is the opportunity to crowdfund the clinics and actually have ownership, profits, and revenue share. In the US for phase one, members that participate in the crowdfunding will need to meet and submit the requirements of an accredited investor. Once the Reg A filing is completed, we'll be able to open that up to retail investors. So there will be some limited participation in the United States for accredited investors. The crowdfund model pays into the global breakage pool, so the whole community is going to win from these BioLimitless centers. Profit sharing for the entire community from the BioLimitless retail product sales. This is a disruptive, powerful model. August 17th, we'll share all of the details. Using blockchain technology for the referral program allows genealogy to be permanent on the blockchain. This is huge for leaders in our industry who've seen the back-end deals. With blockchain, you cannot do back-end deals. There's no ability to move teams around or reposition leaders. The genealogy is permanent on the blockchain. There's no ability to kick someone out. I mean, the stories that we heard just last 2 weeks ago in Scottsdale of the people in the industry who literally just had their checks cut for different reasons. And it's crazy. Well, we don't even have the ability to do that. When something is built on the blockchain, it's permanent and no ability to cut someone in. Some huge advantages there. Using smart contracts for the compensation plan. First time ever in the history of the industry, this has been done in the product world. Payout is instant and guaranteed. Full transparency of where every dollar goes, guarantees full payout. Smart contracts are immutable. And so again, just solving huge problems in the industry by simply decentralizing the economics of the business model. It's very powerful. And by the way, I want to say this because we're launching this on our own blockchain. Historically, in order to participate in a smart contract transaction, there's a lot of hurdles to jump. You have to learn how to use a decentralized wallet. You have to be able to purchase cryptocurrency. You have to understand. And there's a little bit of a learning curve there. We are launching this on our own in-house blockchain, and it's going to have built into the infrastructure the ability for those that want to be able to join directly with a credit or debit card. Now, there'll be a transaction fee there. We don't make any money from that transaction fee, but what it does is it allows you to literally just go to the website, use a social login, right? Like Gmail, Facebook, use a social login. Your wallet will be instantly created for you, and a person can literally use a credit card or debit card to onboard into the blockchain world. This has never been done before in our industry. We're just removing the barriers of entry so that we can reach the masses. This also allows us to transfer in existing genealogies. We have companies right now that want to come and merge with us, bring their network to this project, and we can merge those genealogies right into the blockchain. Allows us to bridge onboarding from all major blockchains. So if someone is a Ethereum USDT user, someone's a Tron USDT user, someone wants to use a credit card and just do it that way, all of those solutions are provided because we're building this on an internal blockchain. And this blockchain will be able to serve the industry in a major way. Incredibly disruptive compensation plan on so many levels. This is the first rewards plan that has 100% comp plan payout through our breakage pools. And we use smart contracts to do that. And so all of the breakage from the compensation plan is paid out with top leaders. Another game changer. We're talking about top line revenue, equity bonus pool. a top line revenue equity bonus pool for top leaders where you can literally share in the global profits of the entire company with the equity bonus, designed to reward the right behaviors, cumulative volume, not monthly, to unlock generations, monthly volume to unlock the breakage pools. Long-term equity for top leaders is based on cumulative volume. So if you want to be an equity partner in this project, you just reach certain benchmarks in your leadership, whether it's month 1 or whether it's month 12, your cumulative volume, you achieve that contribution towards the project and you become an equity partner in what we're doing. You can maximize the rewards plan with 2 or more teams. We have built-in unilevel compression. So it's a unilevel model with built-in compression and instant daily pay through the smart contracts. The influencer model is a game changer. Doctors, clinics, and influencers will be able to sell BioLimitless products at a retail price 20% higher than what our community is able to buy it for. So they'll have the opportunity to sell, but it'll be at a retail price. The doctors and the influencers will make that 20%, but 30% of the retail sales will go back into the BioLimitless rewards plan. So guys, we're going to have doctors and influencers all over the world creating this brand harmony. But when they do, the profits come back to the community. This has never been done in the history of the industry. And again, we'll share all those details at the Vegas event. Dr. Eric already mentioned the disruptive AI tool that we have. We're going to demo that and release that on August the 17th. And we just invite you to join us. Be there with us on August the 17th. Bring an army with you. We are going to make history with this project. That much we guarantee you. And we're going to be delivering the most powerful, disruptive products to the market. That we guarantee you. And we're going to be doing it with the most disruptive platform and business model that the industry has ever seen. That we can guarantee you. And so we hope everyone will join us at the Las Vegas event. Again, if you just want to buy a ticket to the event, you can do it through credit card at limitless2024.com. Right now, the credit card method is not available on the blockchain until August 17th. So if you want to buy a ticket to the Vegas event and secure your position on the blockchain, you can use a referral link from the person who invited you here today. You can purchase your ticket through the Tron wallet, and that will also place you into the project, into a pre-launch position in the project. So Dr. Eric, super pumped, man. Thank you so much for your time. I know you've been in and out. You were telling me this morning what a day you had yesterday. You had doctors in from, I think, Chicago, and you've been nonstop this morning. We got another call in a few hours that we'll be knocking out for the Japan market as well as the North America market. But brother, man, I'm so pumped to be able to be a part of this project with you, man. It's going to be a huge disruptor. And thank you for everything you're doing, man.
Well, I'm humbled. We're happy to help. I mean, listen, BioLimitless is really through the people, by the people, for the people, of the people. It's for us. It's for us to take back. And I'm telling you, folks are so excited about it. I cannot wait for people to truly understand how big of a deal this opportunity really is. I mean, to get your health back is an absolute game changer. And like I said, man, I'm just happy to be a part of it. I look forward to seeing everybody in Vegas, and we'll be sharing a lot more then. So thank you.
And by the way, in Vegas, we didn't even mention this, but everyone that attends the Vegas event will be going home with a month's supply of the cell signaling technology and the master
Microbiotics
product. So guys, that's power. That alone is powerful. And so and why? Because we're betting on the product. We know that once people start experiencing the product, it's going to go viral and you're going to be telling the whole world about it. So see everybody in Vegas.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Doctor.
Bye-bye.